What's going on, beautiful people? Thank you for tuning in once again. You guys already know the message, the vibe we all about here. One family, one love, one heart. Don't worry about a thing, because every little thing is gonna be alright. Okay, so just, that's it. Keep that vibe. Everything is amazing. Everything is beautiful. And watch how the world turns. The world will respond to your intentions. Okay, so once again, I always start going on tangents here, you know. So let's get down to it. NoFap benefits. What is NoFap? NoFap is you basically not partaking in the act of taking your hands and teasing the weasel, right? Of you know, just having a good time with your weasel, right? Using your hands. It's you abstaining from that act altogether, saying, you know what, no more. That is it. I am not going to tease my weasel anymore. I am not going to grease my pipe anymore using my hands. I am just gonna be like, hey, hands off. Not my hands, maybe someone else's hands, but not my hands. Okay? No more. That is it. No more. Okay? No more. So that is what NoFap is. And what are some of the benefits of doing that? What are some of the benefits of not teasing the weasels with your hands? Well, there's a lot of benefits. I don't even know where to begin. But first thing first, most of us have the habit of greasing our pipes with porn, which is really bad. Porn, if you're gonna tease your weasel, don't tease it to porn. Use your imaginations, because you're here, okay? You're here. But better even, don't even tease it altogether, because it's gonna increase your sex drive, right? If you have this sexual energy built up, it increases it. So you go out into the world and you're suddenly like a sexy tiger. You just give off sexual vibes. You don't even fucking mean it. It's just there because you're kind of letting it build up, right? So you'll be more inclined to go and talk to the opposite sex. You'll be more inclined to go and pursue opportunities where sex, intimate or otherwise, might be involved. Okay? You'll be much more inclined to do that because you're letting this sexual energy build up here, as opposed to knowing that every time it builds up and every time I wake up with a massive hard-on, I'm just gonna take these hands, whatever, if you're lefty or righty, I'm a lefty, and then you just pew, 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 and it's done, right? And then that's it. And then you kind of don't have motivation to go and talk to girls, or like, you know, that's it. But one of the things is it increases your sex drive, makes it more likely for you to go and actually talk to girls, all right? The other thing is motivation, right? What happens when you jerk off a lot is you blow up your dopamine receptors, right? You too much dopamine, your body's like, fuck you, that's too much. We're gonna decrease the number of receptors, so you have less dopamine now. So you have this low motivation, right? So to increase your motivation, you'll feel suddenly energy, a lot of energy going through you, right? It's like, well, what the fuck? Where's energy? It's like, no, you've been wasting that energy with 5 seconds of instant pleasure and then feeling like shit after with cum all over your face. If you're, I don't know how you do it, or your hands are everywhere, right? Oh, that's pretty bad. Okay, that's pretty bad. That doesn't feel good. You know, I mean, it's you just in a pool of your own cum. That's not very pleasant, okay? So, yeah, it'll increase your motivation levels to go out and do stuff. You know, just forget, not just talking to girls, but also doing stuff with your life, right? Figuring out your passion, doing things you love, playing sports, etc., whatever you like to do. And 3 will decrease your social anxiety, right? Because, again, it has to do with the dopamine, right? Because when you jerk off a lot, you blow off your dopamine receptors and you feel anxious all the time. You don't have enough dopamine, but with enough dopamine, with your dopamine levels back to normal, you feel less anxious around people, less anxious in general. You'll feel like you're yourself more extroverted. You can talk more to people. You're more friendly, and people just gravitate more towards you, right? It's like you have better force. You're summoning better force. Okay, the force is strong with this one. Yeah, like I would say those are like the basic benefits, right? The basic, if we're looking. The other benefit you can use that, I've used it before, is to just like abstain from it altogether, even sex, right? you do this, like I think Tyson did that in the height of his career. If you want to really direct all your energy into something else, which I'm not a fan of, like I think you can have both of this. You should have both at the same time. But you know, some old school and even new school thoughts say no, you should abstain from sex and all activities and sort of build up that testosterone and all that energy and put it somewhere else. You could do that. You could do that if right now, let's say you're like, all right, fuck it, like I'm sick and tired. Like maybe you had a shitty relationship and you're like, okay, I don't want to deal with this right now. I don't want to deal with anything. I want to like build a business. I want to put all my energy on building the business, right? You can use NoFap as a tool. I've used it in that way before, okay? And just put everything aside. No sex, no friends, no girlfriends, nothing. Not a bad way, honestly. If you take like a certain period of your, maybe you need right now just put all your efforts into one thing, right? Not a bad way. You don't jerk off, nothing, no sex, nothing. Not a bad way. You can use it. I mean, I don't think it's sustainable. I don't think it's sustainable, but it's definitely like a phase in your life. If it's a phase in your life, you can use it for that as well. You will have a lot of energy to do a lot of shit. If you're not thinking about sex and you're not thinking about girls and your whole energy is on one thing, you will have a shit ton of energy. So it's a good strategy to use even like on a month-to-month basis. Say this month, you're like, oh, this month I really got to fucking work on my career or something. Like, all right, no sex, no jerking off, nothing. Boom. Focus on that because your energy will be focused. Your sexual energy is powerful. It's powerful. Sexual energy is fucking powerful, guys, right? Ultimately, you want to be at that balance phase, I think, where you're having regular sex, but you're also like in your zone and stuff. And it's a process to actually get in that to get a balanced lifestyle where everything is balanced. Like, isn't that the goal of life almost? Like the middle way, like the Buddha says, right? Probably that's the ultimate goal for all of us, but while we do what we can, and NoFap is definitely a tool, it's definitely better to just not jerk off altogether, and if you're gonna have somebody else jerk you off, right? Again, it'll give you more incentive to go out there and find somebody else, somebody you can share some intimacy with, right? Some two souls coming together, as opposed to, you doing the good old easy way out, right? I'm gonna play you that song from Rocky IV. There is no easy way out, no easy... Fucking butchered it, but go listen to it. No easy out, right? Don't take the easy way out. No, go out there, explore, talk to chicks, feel the motivation coming back up, the dopamine levels back to normal. And yeah, explore and let that sexual energy build up and let it explore. Go explore yourself and have the higher motivation levels. Go talk to chicks. And go use the sexual energy to work on your projects that you want to work on, okay? So that, less social anxiety too, right? So, hopefully I hyped it up enough because I think it's a good lifestyle to follow, okay? It's definitely could be life-changing, especially if you're a chronic masturbator, okay? Especially if you're a chronic masturbator. That's it. Check out my book, 5 Powerful Habits to Dominate Life in All Areas of Life. It's for free, 22 pages, link in the comments, in the description as well. I love you guys, love every single one of you, but don't forget to subscribe or you're gonna sleep with the fishes.